Hey, what's up, rookies? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Welcome to this edition of the Bourbon Rookie. I was gonna do a live stream, just to get this out because it's St. Patty's Day. You really want to watch a St. Patty's Day review on Sunday, but whatever. I couldn't figure out the logistics to. I couldn't get the live stream done in time, so I'm gonna do a quick review. Now, I'm not. Again, I'm a novice when it comes to bourbons and whiskeys, and it hasn't been until for the past year that I've started to get into sipping drinks, sipping whiskeys or even rums. There's a few rums out there that are very, very good to sip on, and the commonality is the aging of a spirit in a barrel. But when it comes to like Irish whiskey in particular, and I don't mean to disparage any of my Irish friends out there. I mean, I do have a little bit of Irish in me as well. But the only experiences that I've ever had with Irish whiskey were when I was young and I just started going out drinking, and your friends or whoever you were with were either drinking Jaeger, pouring that and slamming that down, or Jameson in between, shots of JMO with beer. So I figured for me, this isn't going to be a review of, Irish whiskeys, because it's just probably going to suck coming from me. But what I wanted to do, and because I didn't want to spend a fortune on Irish whiskey that I may or may not like, I got a couple of samplers at my local liquor store, and I asked the lady behind there, and they had the Proper 12, which, hey, look, it's Conor McGregor. How can you, just start really getting into Conor McGregor as a fan, because it seems like he's doing some pretty good, well, whatever, you don't need to hear my politics, but and then I got 3 little samplers here, JMO. And then because I'm a jackass and I don't even know anything about Scotch, really. I bought Buchanan's Deluxe thinking that this was going to be an Irish whiskey, but it's really a Scotch. But what the hell. So anyway, I'm going to get right into this. This regular JMO. This Jameson Cold Brew. This Jameson Cask Made IPA. Proper 12, as we already said, and then I got the Buchanan's. So, starting with what we all know is regular Jameson. I've had these sitting in here and opening up for about a good 10 minutes now. This is how I'm used to seeing JMO in a shot glass. So, in honor of St. Patty's, and without me slamming it down with a Guinness, basically, way to try my 3-6-9 method. Bourbon Rookies Learning. So, maybe it's the glass, but guys, I'm not getting much out of this except maybe a little spicy wood. There's some floral notes. It's nothing complex. I mean, what is this? I forgot. 80 proof, maybe? Yeah, I think most of these are all 80 proof. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers. Now, I've never done Jameson as a sipper. And to me, that tastes like dog meat. I just don't... Sorry, I'm just not into it. It's just, I don't, other than it just being what it is as a shot or a mixed drink. Yeah, there's just nothing to it. Now the description, when you go look up JMO on the website, it tells you there's going to be hints of vanilla, hints of sherry, a little bit of spice, vanilla. Now, it's very thin. So in order to get in order to get that, you really have to kind of search for it. So, yeah. This is like a spin, I guess, for JMO. And this is why, like, for me, I hate to make a long video because I like to wax on. I am mostly Italian. We like to talk hands and talk. This is an IPA. I guess it's an appeal to the beer crowd, right? You know, they mix some type of IPA hops with this. I guess. But this is the thing about, like, for me, this is the negatives about Jameson or Irish whiskeys, because, again, maybe it's just my own ignorance, guys, and somebody out there needs to tell me otherwise. It's just, to me, it's like gimmicky. When you get older, you want to appreciate, you want to sip something. I was watching Fred Minnick. He put out a video this past week about he got the samples of the Jack Daniels 10 and 12 year highly anticipated release, and he was mentioning in his video, if you guys watch it, about how Jack Daniels used to be known years ago as just like this, Jameson, right? You went, you got a Jack and Coke. Jack and Coke's delicious, but Jack and Coke is like your starter, or your introduction into whiskey, right? It's was never known as like sit by the campfire and sip Jack Daniels, 80 proof, and that's kind of what this is. Sorry, same for like Cuervo tequila. Tequila is extremely popular, and I don't really see a lot of people going, I love Cuervo, man, because there's just so many great tequilas out there now. And again, people want to get the experience of tasting a fine tequila or a fine libation because people are like, into the brewing processes, the distillation processes now. They want to be able to, people are getting more savvy to stuff. A lot of people do this stuff at home. They make beer, they make wine, they make, some guys might actually make spirits. And, there's a little bit more of an appreciation for, especially as you get older, about sipping something and really concentrating on enjoying the flavors. So let's see, with that long soliloquy to explain why I'm kind of biased against, and I wanted to see if I would actually like this stuff. That's kind of where I'm coming from, because I and that's the whole point of all the reviews. There's a million reviews out there. You just have to kind of pick a reviewer that you like, or somebody that appeals to you. It's not always about like the 4K video and the production. Sometimes it's about what somebody's saying that's interesting, and that may or may not be me. I definitely got a lot of people out there that I enjoy watching, whether it's some guy fixing his motorcycle or whatever. But at any rate, I know I sound like a snob, and to all my Irish friends, please don't be too upset with this, but here goes the IPA. Now, I'm supposed to, I should have sipped it. Sniffed it. Nosed it. Again, there's nothing here. It's kind of to me, it's kind of putrid. I'm not even getting, now I'm not an IPA beer fan to begin with, but I'm not really even getting that typical hoppy, bitter IPA out of this. So, cheers, let's see what we got with this. Now, I gotta admit, that was sweeter, smoother. According to the website, grapefruit, citrus, wood, and nuts is what you're gonna get out of this. Again, I have to search. I have to kind of search for that. It's not horrible though. I like it better than the regular JMO. Definitely. Get a little bit of a hint of that, if that's an IPA. A little bit. It's a little kind of licoricey, the finish. And this finish is actually better than this one. It actually stays on the palate a little bit more. So now this one is a Jameson cold brew. You should probably be having it for dessert because it's a coffee profile. It's just basically coffee notes and whiskey, right? Taste, cold brew coffee, and maybe some charred wood. So, and again, these are things, listen, these are things you can get, these are readily available things. Every kid in America is going to look to get their hands on this crap. Well, this smells good because obviously it smells like coffee and whiskey. It smells like an infused drink, so cheers. That's exactly what it is. So, again, this ain't bad. I like coffee. And the flavor profile on that is actually, I like better than the IPA, and definitely better than that. This, because of that coffee note, makes it a little bit more interesting. And I didn't think it would, so that's a little bit of a surprise to me. This one actually, I actually get the cold brew coffee and the charred wood. Now, I don't know if this is something that you'd want to sip, you know, with a cigar. I mean, you probably could. I mean, sit by a fire and have a cigar with that. It's not. It's actually kind of good. And if you like JMO, give it a shot. I mean, for me, I gotta be honest. I like the way this tastes better than that one. I like the way this tastes better than that one. But they still all kind of turn my stomach a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what it is with me and Irish whiskey. On to Proper 12. Proper 12, obviously, Conor McGregor. You can't, I mean, 80 proof. And again, all these are 80 proof. Even the Scotch. This is a single malt. It's a blended single malt. Triple distilled 80 proof. Vanilla and honey with toasted wood. So, I'll be honest. This smells putrid. It smells horrible. It smells worse than the Jack Daniels. It smells almost like soap. And I know what you're thinking. It's probably you use soap to clean that, and it's probably on your glass, or the soap's on your glass. No. It's very funky. I'll tell you, it's got a decent color. And I'm hoping this is going to be the best of the four. Oof, man. Honestly, it's almost like a bleach note, man. I've never picked up a bleach note on anything before. Ugh, it's kind of gross. Anyway, cheers. I'm just hoping I don't throw up. It's got some nice oils on there. I mean, the flavor profile is not, it's actually kind of buttery. There's a buttery profile to it, which I like, but that smell is there, and it's just taking away from the actual tasting. Horrible. Let's try again. This is the best of all that I've tried so far. I mean, there's a nice buttery note to it. The second sip was butter and like a sweet vanilla. It was like a butter honey, right? And a vanilla finish. That was actually very, very nice. But I don't want to curse, but that damn bleach smell I'm getting is just taking away from this. Otherwise, this would be actually very, very pleasant to drink. Oof, my God, what the F is that? again, nothing's changed. It's still consistent. It tastes great, but man, that aroma. Now, I was going to spend money, and I was going to buy, like, Redbreast, and I was going to buy, like, you know, all these other Irish whiskeys out there. I was all excited, and I'm glad I didn't, because there's a million reviews on Redbreast and all these other popular Irish whiskeys out there. That wasn't... I decided, rather than spend my money on some crap I didn't like, and again, if you guys love this stuff, great. I was hoping to see if this... revisiting some of this stuff that I was turned off to, except as a shot. You know why? Because you ain't tasting it. You're just shoving it right down and chasing it with a beer. I really wanted to see if getting back into these, having an open mind, I would feel differently about Irish whiskey. I don't. This was actually enjoyable. But I'll be bringing that to the cigar shop, and if any of you know me, I'll be bringing that to the cigar shop and let the guys at the cigar shop that like that finish that off. So, last but not least, again, I'm also not a Scotch guy. So this is going to be for me. Listen, I've had tastes of Scotch, and for those of you out there that love your Scotches, I get it. I'd really like to try to get into some Scotches, and I'd really like to open myself up to you guys out there. You know, I know a lot of Scotch drinkers, you know, and we'll see where I go with the Scotch down the road, you know. But for now, let's give this a shot. I know it's not part of St. Paddy's Day. I mean, part of the history of the Buchanan, Mr. the Buchanan, whatever his name, Buchanan, that he did live in Ireland before moving to Scotland and starting this whiskey. Does that count? Oh my God, this is turning my stomach. It's so medicinal. Okay. This is Buchanan 12-year Deluxe, or Buchanan's Deluxe, aged 12 years, 80 proof, blended Scotch whiskey. You're supposed to get a flavor of orange and chocolate notes from this. Thank God they didn't get anything on the nose, because there is none. This is just, I smell this, and I feel it right here that I'm going to throw up. So if I was getting bleach from this is just some kind of I don't even know. It's just some medicinal, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a NyQuil thing, if it's like a pill, like a gel cap of NyQuil or something like that just, you pop it in your mouth quick, you drink the water to get it down, just so you can feel better. But there's some type of gelatin smell. That's what this is. Anyway, cheers. Okay. All right. I gotta go for another one. Okay, because I was afraid. So I just took this much, but let's do it again. Winner. I mean, orange and chocolate notes on the tasting. But I think these are the things that I don't really get with Scotch. It's that smell that I get, whether it's, I know for all you guys, I mean, listen, I've had Johnny Walker Blue, and I was like, this is Johnny, you know, this is what guys are raving about, Johnny Walker Blue, Johnny Walker this, Johnny Walker that. I still got the same, but again, I gotta open myself up to Macallan's, and I guess even like some of the newer lines like Monkey Shoulder, I'm seeing a lot of good things about. But this tastes pretty good. It's not bad. Now, what I learned about Scotch from a short amount of reading is that technically you should do Scotch neat. I know most of the people I know that do Scotch, outside of a small percentage, do it with ice. So, yeah, this actually, for me, was actually good. The taste is good. I just can't. I have to put a clothespin on my fucking nose. Excuse me, I don't want to curse. I have to put a clothespin on my nose because I just can't take the smell of that. And the smell of that. This actually was kind of enjoyable. This one, Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody that loves JMO. Okay? But I'm 53. I don't know a lot of 53-year-old guys that's sitting around cigar shops or hanging out with their friends and sipping on JMO. But I at least wanted to get back into this. Give it a fair shot rather than have all these Redbreasts and all these fancy Irish. I'm sure they're all great. And maybe I'll do a single shot, at the restaurant because there's some Redbreast and there's some Irish whiskeys at the restaurant or at the local bar that may be fantastic. But the last thing you need to see is another Redbreast review because I think browsing YouTube today, I must have seen about 20 different Redbreast videos. So this is number 1. It's a Scotch, guys. I know doesn't quite count. Number 2, number 3, number 4. Obviously the loser, number 5. Again, this wasn't bad. I can see throwing this into a coffee. If you wanted to do something different, not necessarily a traditional Irish coffee, but this would be great in a coffee. This one, not bad as a sipper, not bad. This one, you gotta suck it down as you did when you were a kid, if this is what you really wanted to, and then chase it with something. Because to me, it just, But this ain't bad. Now, what I want to see, and give me 1 second, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some ice for that and see how that tastes over ice. All right, we're back, and we've transferred over to our a regular drinking whiskey glass with some ice on our Buchanan's. And the ice is muted the ice is muted all basically a lot of the nose, but there's still that distinguishable aroma that kind of turns my stomach about Scotch. Now, if you guys out there can recommend a Scotch to me that doesn't have that aroma, I'm in all day long, man. No. For me, it lost all of its interest or all of its taste. You still have that little bit of a presence, but the ice has just muted this thing down tremendously. No, that's not my bag. Not my bag, guys. Over ice. This is much better to me, neat, as I read. So, with that, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these, what's rest, and I'm going to attribute to Jason C. for the mash and drum, because this is his bag. He likes to do this. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Let's combine these. I'm not going to get anything on the nose, except the coffee. The coffee's the most prevalent. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers. It's a shot glass, guys, so. That's the way to go. The combination of all three, that's actually the way to go. So there you go. Buy one of these little samplers, pour a little bit of each into a glass, and now you've got something worth. Now you've got something worth sipping. Yeah, that's the way to go. Hey, listen, guys. With that, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm sorry to be putting this video out too late. Hopefully everybody was drinking responsibly. Have a wonderful holiday. I'm also excited to say that I got a really good deal online on the La Flor Dominicana Candela. Let me just say this. I have a cigar review coming up. Hopefully I'll get these cigars on Monday, and I'll put up a review for. This cigar was supposed to be. It's a La Flor Dominicana. Originally it was put out for St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna end up doing a review on that on Monday, so stay tuned, and that'll be like my tail end of St. Patty's, the St. Patty's celebration with the Irish whiskeys, and then into hopefully a spectacular cigar and review. So hopefully you like this. If you're anything like me with your wacky tastes in terms of what you like to drink, this really hasn't. What I'll say in closing, this hasn't really changed my mind on Irish, at least this Irish whiskey. This changed my mind a little bit on the Scotch outside of that smell. So I am hopeful. Maybe next year I'll get into some other stuff. But again, long video. Hopefully we'll edit this thing down a little bit. We'll see. Enjoy your St. Patty's weekend. Enjoy your corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes. And be safe and stay frosty. And we will see you next time on the Bourbon Rookie. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you.